Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, my name is Ahad Raza, and today I'm going to take you through some basic tactical patterns of play. Now, if you haven't checked out Joel Macon's fantastic playlist on tactics for winning squash matches, I would highly encourage you to do so. Today's pattern of play that we're going to discuss is the most common, and I like to just watch Ali Farag for this one, which is the boast, send the opponent to the front corner, anticipate the cross court, and then step on that volley. Now, in order to make this pattern of play extremely effective, we have to think about a few details before we can actually get into it. Number one, you have to figure out whether you have the capability to play an effective 2-wall and 3-wall attacking boast. If you've watched Ali Farag play before, he loves playing that boast primarily from the mid or 3/4 court, sometimes from the back of the court, and he just gets this 2-wall running angle and occasionally a 3-wall nick. Mazen Hisham hits the 3-wall nick extremely effectively as well. But that 2-wall running angle, what it does is it stretches your opponent out. And when the opponent is stretched out that far, they don't have too much choice in that situation. And then they're forced into a bit of a cross-court lob to create time for themselves. When the opponent does that, you can, when you're on the tee, you can poach over a little bit and hit that ball into space, which is just a straight drive down the line, and try to get on that volley early and take time away from your opponent. So let me show you a couple of drills and a couple of ways to think about this and then how you can actually practice it. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to demonstrate it from the mid-court, sort of like Ali Farag's favorite hitting position. And what you're going to do is, you might hit a few drives to yourself just to warm the ball up, like so. And then once the ball is warm enough, what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that your opponent has you've hit a quality drive into the back right corner in this situation. You can do it from the backhand side as well. And their drive lands short. So this is your opponent's shot that comes here, and you rip in a quick 2-wall boast just like that. And you want to make sure when you hit that 2-wall boast that your shot takes its second bounce before the sidewall. So you hit sidewall, front wall, floor, first bounce, floor, second bounce. You do not want your boast coming off the sidewall. If it does so, it pops up and then your opponent has time to hit it. So if you can hit that 2-wall attacking boast like I just demonstrated, and let me give you one more demonstration here. So once again, I'm just gonna hit a couple to warm this ball up a bit. It's a cold court. And now I imagine my opponent has hit a loose ball that comes around here, and I'm gonna rip that boast around, and you see that second bounce just sat down into that sidewall. That was arguably just 2 inches over hit, but if you can get that second bounce fading into that sidewall, that is the type of boast you want to be hitting to then force your opponent to lift up. Now, when your opponent lifts up, what you can do is, if you hit that quality boast, you don't have to be quite so central in the court. And again, you have to look at opponent tendencies. So if you're playing someone who really likes to counterattack you, well, then you're going to have to push up to cover that counter drop. But if you have your opponent stretched out, because remember, in this scenario, we assume that they're in the back, they hit a loose drive, you're getting on the ball early, which means they're likely still stuck somewhere in this back corner, back right side of the court. So if you put that quick boast in, chances are they're getting on that ball super stretched out. And when they are, they're going to want to lift in all likelihood. Again, like I said, unless the counter drops. So you have to assess that and their skill levels. But once they lob, then you're coming into this position. You can almost cheat over just a little bit. If you watch Ali Farag, he cheats over just a little bit. And then the goal is to come here and volley straight drive to fading length. Take time away from the opponent as they're recovering back and hit it into space. Now, very, very important. If your opponent hits a high quality lob and you're falling backwards, you don't necessarily need to try to hit an attacking drive. You have to shift your intention and make it more of a resetting drive in that situation. Okay, let me give you a quick demo about how you can practice this yourselves holistically. So you're going to start off, like I said, play these drives for a minute, warm that ball up, and then when you're ready to hit that boast, you're going to rip around a quick 2-wall boast. That one was slightly overhit, but that's okay. You're then going to feed yourself across and try to hit that fading length. So let's try one more time. Get the boast whenever you're ready. Go get the ball, be continuous, feed yourself, and try to hit that fading length. So this is just a fantastic way. You can change the height of your lobs. You can give yourself an extra high, tough lob, like I said, where you're then not trying to hit an attacking length, but you're just resetting the ball. So you have to play around with this a little bit and create different scenarios for yourself. All right, folks, I hope you found value in this. Practice this with a partner. You can actually do a simple drill where one person hits a boast, person in the front hits the cross court, person in the back hits a straight drive, trying to hit it to fading length. If you don't want to move too much, stay in the same positions and just repeat the same pattern. If you guys want to run a lot, well then after the person in the back hits the volley straight drive, the person in the front has to go and boast. So you switch positions every time. Requires a lot of running, but it's really good for conditioning, and it's really, really good practice as well for the boast, a lob, and a volley straight drive. Folks, take care. Thank you. Give the video a thumbs up if you in fact like it. Leave a comment. Any feedback, questions, put them in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And if you think you know someone that might enjoy this video, please share it with them. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.